Hello, everybody. This is the Purposes of the Pale. I'm Graylink, and with me is uh, some guy that I met on the street, and we're
Hello,
here.
my name is Curious. I come from the great land of China, and today we will talk about anime from my mortal enemy country, Japan.
Hello,
Hello.
yes. Fuck Japan.
Yeah,
That's all I
yeah,
heard. Fuck Japan.
bro.
Yes.
It's actually crazy because like some of my classmates they were like, oh, why don't you want to go to Japan? That's close to China. And then I said, my mom said, yeah, I should not interact with anything Japanese or else she'll disown me. And so I was like, what about like Taiwan, right? Like some other place like Korea. They're like, no, we're only going there if we're conquering them. That's what my mom said. So it is what it is. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Purposes of the Pale. It's another week for us. This is just a regular episode. We're trying to do the schedule. I guess we didn't announce it. But yeah, so we're not doing every week the book club thing. We're doing it every other week. And between the weeks, if we can splice in some regular episodes of the Purposes of the Pale. So yeah, that's the plan. And I feel like this week we have a lot to talk about, especially on Gray's side. Because what did you do this week?
I woke up, and then
What a shame.
I slept again because I'm very tired. I'm very
Oh.
old. My name is Gray.
Yeah, it's a reference to his hair. Well, I'll say it. Gray just released his longest video yet, called Metal Gear Lane, something.
Or
and
the
it's
depth of
a
truth or something like that.
yeah. And it is his longest video. It's 80 minutes, and it's
84
a
minutes,
journey.
mind you.
Yeah, 84 minutes. It's a hell of a journey. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you probably have seen it, or yeah, I'm gonna assume that. So it's a great video, man. Like I don't know where to even start. How do you feel about it now that it's out for less than like 12 hours?
Well, I mean, first of all, thank you. Okay, like I started working on this video, like I did not intend on it to be as long as it did. I mean, I guess that applies to most people making long videos, really. I mean, they always say
Yeah.
that, right? But I really didn't because, like, a lot of the video isn't like researched academic stuff, although there is stuff in there, but a lot of it is like all original theorizing by myself. So I didn't expect it to be as long as it is. And I wouldn't say that it's as tight as it could have been. It is very long. But yeah, I don't exactly know how I feel about it. I don't think it's alright, I guess.
Wait,
I
I think
I've worked on it for so long that like I had a phase with it where I was like, this is the best thing that I'll ever make. But then like it was a very short phase when I think I was about to record it. I was about to record the stuff. I had just done writing it, and in that little space of time, it was the perfect thing ever. But then I recorded it, and a lot of holes began to show themselves. It's fine. It's not, I feel about it about the same as I feel about most of my videos. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess it could have been way worse.
Well, I think it was iPatch Wolf who said it in one of like the streams he did recently.
Yeah.
You know, once he puts out something, he doesn't really think about it, and it's like the audience's job to like tell them what they thought about it. And unless it's like definitely one of his best, and he can even see that like right from the jump, like the Garfield video or something. So yeah, but okay, well I guess it's my job to glaze the fuck out of you now.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed this video. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things I want to say. One thing is that dividing the video into chapters, it's a great idea. I feel like I've definitely been I wouldn't say harsh, but like I've had one specific idea of how videos work for a long time, where like you have to flow into each other, you have to have great transitions and all stuff like that. And I still believe that to an extent, but I feel like I've realized that a lot of it was because I come from like a mostly academic writing background, because I did that a lot. Academics in high school. I'm not a fucking college paper guy yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had this specific idea of like how to structure something and to flow it that way. There was also the fear of like YouTube retention, right? Because I was like, oh, if I don't fucking lead my audience through every single step, then they're not gonna watch it. Even though like I'm not making Mr. Beast videos. Like there's like an extent of I guess grace that I can extend to my audience because they're not watching something that's like made like a Mr. Beast video already. I don't know if I'm making sense. But yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, basically, for a long time, I was kind of like saying, behind the scenes to you that your videos are good. They just feel like you're just saying a bunch of shit and then tying it back together in the end, right? That was what I said. And I feel like this video, I mean, you did not try to hide it at all. It was just like, this chapter is about that. This chapter is about that, and like but the fact that it is in chapters and the chapters have quirky names and you kind of like, I like how like when you read out the chapter name, it cuts out right at the last syllable. So there's kind of like this, like how do you say, abrupt feeling to it. I really enjoyed that. So I'm just saying that the structure of this video really, how do you say, no. Oh god, words. So the chapters in this video really punctuate the whole thing into something that's actually kind of structured in a way that I really could enjoy. Even disregarding like me already being more open to loosely structured stuff. That was a long point.
The chapter thing is like something that came to me, and I'm still kind of like, I still think like it's a good idea. That's one of the things that I generally do think it was like a interesting idea, because the chapter names are from Paranoid Android, by
Radiohead. I know.
And the reason I chose that is because like I think that song pretty much feels like what I'm talking about in my video, if that makes sense. Like
I do agree. Like all the chapter titles fit.
Hello?
What? Okay, yeah, I said all the chapter titles fit. Yeah, that's what I
said. And like, I think that's like the first Radiohead song that I heard, or at least I think, that it is. And I heard it from the ending of Ergo Proxy. And like the thing is, with that context, that song is like very cold and like very alien. And that's that's kind of why I chose that song, because it feels like that. And like, I guess a more post-structural Radiohead song would have been probably Idiotech. You said something about that to me, like privately. You were like, "Oh my god, the song is so post-structural." I think that was because I think you told me that the lyrics of that song isn't supposed to mean
I say it's coming. He's predicting the popular animated series Ice Age, which came out a year later than today. Very, very understandable.
So I mean, so in the what is a Genius page for Idiotech, there is like interpretations for the lyrics, but I don't think like when you look at the like what Tom York actually intended, there isn't any intention behind those words, if I recall correctly, right?
Yeah. What I said to you is that how he wrote the lyrics for, well, at least the first song, but also I think other songs, is that he just like put a bunch of random words in a hat and then picked them out randomly, and then he just started writing songs off that. So like it's really more about like he didn't intend much of any meaning there.
Yeah, and yet still like those songs, they do like mean stuff, right? And they have their distinct vibes and aesthetics, and like Ice Age coming, and we're not scaremongering, climate change. So that's very post-structuralist, if you ask me. Like the death of the author, I mean quite literally, because the author does not intend anything, therefore he is already dead even while making the video, not the video, the music.
I'm really hoping one of the commenters picks up on the Paranoid Android
me
chapter thing.
Hopefully.
Well, if you don't know, then you know it now, on the Purposes of the Pale podcast.
Exclusive news.
Yes, but I mean a few more things, mostly about like just the way you write. I think it's just gotten a lot better. Like The intro, I always say it. Like, I'm very impressed with how you just kind of are able to, like, bam, and then start a video. But this one actually, there's some kind of intro to there, and the intro was really well written. That kind of ties a lot of things together, and I felt like the writing here was a lot tighter. Like, it felt like there was. Because I went back to the Resident Evil 4 video that was a while ago, and the Silent Hill video, and it's just like some of these things you would not include now, and that's for the better, I think.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things where, like, oh god, you just like keep going on. I feel like you're not confident in your words in a certain way. It just comes off in the writing. But then, for example, right? Oh god, there was something. I guess I just constantly got the vibe that this is something that the Silent Hill video Gray from January this year would not say. Yeah, and great transitions. The one where you say like language, and then you start talking about language. That one was great, and also a lot of other stuff. I can't recall it all because it was a long fucking video.
Like, I remember I wrote. I was writing the script, and then I finished writing for the day, and then I went about my day, and then I went to sleep, and I couldn't fall asleep. I was thinking about a lot of stuff. And I had that idea about the language thing when I was lying down to sleep, and I could not sleep. So I got up and I opened my PC and then I wrote it down.
Yeah, that's most of the time that's where great ideas come from. Just like when you're not really supposed to have great ideas.
It's just like how my father David Lynch said, ideas are like fish, or something.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
Where does that continue? What is he saying with that?
I think so. Like, ideas are like fish. You catch them, or something. He's like very in love with idea. He would fuck an idea for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, like a lot of ideas come to me when I'm just like, I don't know, sitting in a bus or like showering or taking a shit, stuff like that.
Yep.
So, but yeah. I guess besides that, let's see more things about the video. The jokes land. There was a certain period that I'm sure we don't want to recall. Maybe the fear of guilty or some video that's called that, where you really try to be quote unquote funny, and it really, I mean, like you admit it, it's not the best. It's not the best. But here it feels like, well, it's not that you're trying to be funny. You just have like a personality now, like in the way you talk about things.
I have become a person.
I think, yeah, kind of. Well, maybe. Yeah, most definitely influenced by people like Alexander Avila, I think. I've not seen a lot of their videos, but it definitely feels like that kind of thing where, yeah, he's very, focused on the topic. He's very passionate about it, but there's still like, place for levity. And it feels like it just comes from, a place where you can like, something is so passionate to you that you can see the serious, like, oh God, we're all gonna die. But there's also the part of like, you can take it less seriously because you know so much about it. Where like, you've seen it so much.
One bit where like he's like, can you really prove that piss is piss and poo is poo, or something like that. I think I did like kind of take inspiration from that kind of joke because I like H-Bomb and like CJ and like I wouldn't say they're like the same brand of humor, but they're very funny. But I'm not funny like that. So, but Alexander Avila and like, I can't think of like a certain person, but I've seen like that brand or like that kind of humor somewhere. Where it's like,
I feel like
it's not something that like stands out. You wouldn't like look at them and think they're the funny guy like that, right? But at the same time, they're not bad. They're not like unfunny, I guess.
Yeah, maybe it's a drier sense of humor. Yeah. I feel like I definitely see that in Lextorius as well in his videos.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
where he kind of just he puts these references and stuff that's supposed to be funny in the really straightforward way he delivers something.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So I just feel like you found like more of your sweet spot, after trying out these things, which is always glad to see. So. Yeah, funny jokes. What else is there? Fuck you, you stole my lame video, fuck you, and that's it. Well, you didn't, it's a different thing. It's a different thing.
It's not
you did ask me.
It's inspiration.
Yes, you're Quentin Tarantino and not James Somerton.
Yeah. I'm not a Zionist though.
How's your week been besides that? Besides making this video?
Oh yeah, oh man. So okay, like first off, you should work. You should upload a video so that I can. I won't glaze you because I don't glaze, but so that I can burn your empire. Yeah.
Well, you did see a little bit of the thing I sent you.
Unfortunately,
I'm
that was
working on
good.
it, but yeah.
So do better or do worse next time.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. You're working on a video, right? So hopefully it's out by
Right now, well,
not
you know,
right now,
I have I'll have a system that I'll introduce a bit later into the podcast. But I think we should talk about your week because I just remembered this Monday, which is like it feels like 2 weeks ago or like a year ago.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. We'll start with the Monday because this Monday, I participated in a like a inter-school kind of thing where I went like from our school. I represented my institution basically.
Oh, this is so fucking official. Institution.
I went to to a school named Global Public School. It's like a big deal. I think it's a pretty big, like well-known institution. GPS.
Okay. Oh yeah, goddamn! What the fuck?
It's so we went to. It was some kind of like. It was like a. Was it like a cultural competition kind of thing? Not just cultural. There was other stuff as well. A literary / academic competition type, and also cultural because there was dancing and shit. And I along with some of my classmates represented the school, which is like a new thing to me. I've never participated in anything like since what 2015 when my probably my mother forced me to participate in a drawing competition or something.
Oh wow.
And I went there and so the thing with Global Public School is that school is a like the lowest grade there is the LKG, the kindergarten, the lower kindergarten. And I think you have to pay like upwards of 1 lakh rupees. A lakh is basically what is it? 10 million?
Oh god.
10 million rupees, I think. Or is it 1 million? I don't exactly remember. I think it's 10 million. Yeah, 10 million rupees. Or wait.
Is that
No, sorry. 100,000 rupees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
That's much lower, but I think
I was about to say that isn't that like 3 times, like 5 times your tuition that you're gonna pay for college?
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, if I had gone there throughout the past 14 years, including kindergarten, and absolutely, it definitely like take up probably all 4 years of my tuition fee.
Damn.
So yeah, it's school meant for the big boys and girls. And it's also a public school. So there's like a lot of competition as well.
That's weird. Wait, so it's a public school that you still have to pay to get in?
It is. It's weird.
So is it? What do you mean it's a public school? Public means government funded, no?
No, that's the thing. Its name is Global Public School. It's not funded by the government, but I think it's funded by some kind of like an international org or something.
Oh,
but
okay.
it still calls itself a public school. I don't know what exactly the public in it means. I think it's open for the public, but also like in like
open for the public. If you can only sell your kidney.
I don't exactly know what exactly they mean by that, but it is a public school.
Okay.
There's a lot of people in it, for one thing. I think my institution. I don't want to call this school.
My educational institute. Yeah, you want to say that, Greg?
My educational, vocational, like, academic institution has like around 1,000 people.
Yeah.
But this one has like what 10 times that. Almost, yeah,
Holy shit.
around 10 times that. There's a lot of space as well as people in there, and they're all, I guess. Since I don't know, for maybe because the school is so big and like it's like a public school. I don't exactly know what that means, but yeah, they have this aura of I don't know, maturity, I guess. And yeah,
Okay.
they were,
Maybe they're like more worldly, like, you know, because they're not like isolated like public private schools are.
yeah, maybe, but at the same time,
Yeah.
they're all like elite folk, right?
Yeah, true.
It's kind of weird, but you can also feel the eliteness as well, because all of them speak in English, and speaking in English like to your friends, that's fucking wild, and that's kind of weird from the world
Really?
I come from. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I mean, you know, if all of your friends and yourself are Malayali and you're in Kerala, why the fuck would you speak English? That's you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I
I like how you got Indian there. You're like, what? Why the fuck would you speak English?
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
it is true, because like I don't speak English to my friends or like classmates or anybody that I know in real life who isn't not Malayali.
Yeah.
It's very weird. It's like watching cats bark, basically.
Okay.
It's just, I that's kind of racist, maybe. I don't know.
But I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, it was an interesting experience. I'm not too bothered about going. It was fine. Usually I am. That's why I say I'm not too bothered. It was fine. And then this week has been kind of. I mean, it has been eventful. There was a Teachers' Day, and I was lobbying against hosting the Teachers' Day with my classmates. And then I almost started a fucking protest movement.
Jesus.
Unfortunately,
You know, you're getting that young revolutionary experience in you, so that you
Yep.
can start the Great Revolution at age 25.
hopefully, I can do at least I hope to do another 1968 French thing.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah. I went around the campus. I asked. So the Teachers' Day event is supposed to be planned and held by 12th graders, only 12th graders, and my batch. So I went around asking not everyone, but most 12th graders to boycott the Teachers' Day. And I also didn't pay the fund that they collected, which was like, okay, it was kind of unreasonable to collect 250 rupees from everybody, which amounts to what, like 30,000 rupees for the function. You don't need that, especially to like give the teachers some kind of gift, especially considering the teachers approached us to plan an appreciation function for them. Yeah, it's
Okay.
I know I didn't like it, and then again, I don't like the whole idea of like, glazing education and shit. So I went around and, I told people why I'm saying not to do it. I think some of them understood, I think. But obviously they did do it. I didn't go. I didn't support. And
you finished your video at home.
Yeah, I did. I did. Instead, I finished my 84-minute video about anime and postmodernism.
Yeah, that was definitely more worthwhile than the function.
Yeah, I agree. But at least I guess I have some kind of experience in like trying to talk to people about issues and like trying to start something, I guess. So
yeah, going door to door. Yeah, you really had to put that into perspective for me to realize. Yeah, you had to put it into perspective for me to realize. Oh, yeah, this guy literally just started like a grassroots thing almost. Goddamn. One thing I need to say about the Monday thing about going to another school is that you guys are supposed to do some kind of play thing with about a movie that you haven't seen, but I have for some reason. I've seen that movie in theaters, all of it. I think, at least a very edited version of it, because it wasn't 3 hours. I watched it with my family, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is such a beautiful movie with a beautiful message." And it's all like, okay, well, can I have long hair? No, that's gay. What do you mean? Even though the whole movie is about like how girls can have short hair and then wrestle too, whatever the fuck. It's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is there?
I didn't watch that movie. Instead, I watched a 2-hour Al Pacino masterpiece.
Yeah, Injustice for All. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
It's a great movie. I think. Okay, I wouldn't say it's like the best movie of all time, but I did give it a full 5 stars and a like on Letterboxd for whatever that means. It's probably the best acting performance that I've seen on screen ever. And I
Even
think
better than Oppenheimer?
oh
No way.
my god. Al Pacino in that movie is someone I want to be friends with, basically.
Oh.
He's great. And it's about the justice system, or like the court, and how we're all fucked and the world is shit.
All right. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna watch that movie soon when I get time to watch movies at this point. Holy shit. Okay. I guess do you want me to get into my week, or do you have anything else?
Yes, please.
Well, okay, I don't have much. This week, it's just that I've been doing schoolwork, I've been writing, and also just like talking to friends. That's a lot of what I've been doing, like touching grass, and it's Let's start with the writing part. So, the secret system I alluded to is just a fucking wheel. I had all my projects onto a wheel. I was like, I want to do the music channel. I want to do my own channel. I want to do writing this thing, and I want to do other stuff. It's like, and I decided every week at the beginning of it, I'm gonna spin something, or else I'm gonna go insane trying to focus on too many things at once, right? And this week it landed on writing my short story collection, which is set to come out hopefully in October 19th. So I mean, that's just a coincidence. It's God's will. You could say that. And yeah, I've been doing that. Would I say I'm making a lot of progress? Not really. It's more like when I sit down to write it, sometimes I can get like 200 words out, and then it's all smooth sailing. But then I look back and I just hate it, and I have the urge to delete all of it, and then I have to like go out and like, I don't know, do schoolwork, do something else, and then I come back the next day, I'm like, this is fine. Why did I hate this? It's a really weird process because I'm so used to scrutinizing my text, as in the video, quote unquote video essays I've made, where you just like, it's about like a logical process. You talk about this thing and that thing. Like there's a through line you can follow. Where obviously stories have plots as well, but I know the plot. Like it's more about just like conveying it in a good way. And a lot of it is just really about, I don't know. It's about a vibe they have to get into, and that's been challenging, but it's been rewarding. And this week in general has been tiring but rewarding. Just a lot of school stuff, a lot of friends. I feel like there's been a lot of what is it? I saw a meme on TikTok. Somebody sent it to me. Yes, I use TikTok now. I'm a horrible person. Somebody sent it to me. It was like me preparing for. It's somebody in a suit, and it's me preparing for September to November because that's where the craziest lore happened. And I feel like that's a bit true.
Wait, what?
Maybe
lore?
I'll talk about it some other day. Just like lore, as in like just like stuff that's happening in your real life. That's like drama and stuff like that.
I hope that's
So
true.
yeah.
For me.
Same. Let's see. Yeah, that's been my week. There's probably more things I can think of if I, if we go on to this conversation.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the Minecraft movie trailer?
Oh yeah, I have. Oh my god.
Holy shit! Oh no! What did they do? This is like, I need to send you a meme.
Like,
I saw.
can they? I mean, obviously this is a stupid question to even ask, but can they please fucking stop making video game movies for fuck's sake? And also,
which one has been good ever? Like, okay, well, Mario movie is for little babies, I guess. Now, Borderlands just came out. Nobody give a shit.
Yeah. I guess Fallout got
what else is there?
some good reception, right?
Yeah, and also, I mean, the new, what is it? Oh God, Tom Holland in Uncharted, remember? Like a few years
yeah,
ago?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh, man.
It's never been good. And they're doing
Yeah.
this, and they're not even doing the simplest option, which is just to make, like, Minecraft. Just do the Minecraft art style. No, you can't even do that. You have to make it like a horrible,
Yeah.
malformed abomination. It's horrible. It's horrible. I sent it to everybody who like played Minecraft,
And also
they were
Jack
equally
Black
like,
is in it for some reason. I guess they do need like, I guess, somewhat
power?
charismatic people to like even have some people like exist in the movie theater when the movie's playing. Otherwise, everyone would just spontaneously combust out of cringe.
no, I think, yeah. Well, I think their whole
I mean,
logic
Jack
is
Black's
that this is
cringe,
for kids.
but that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know, man. Like, it feels like because they know it's Minecraft and Minecraft will sell. The
Yeah.
Gen Alpha kids will be like, wait, I like Minecraft. Let's go watch the Minecraft movie. Like, that's such a simple decision to make. But then you actually, oh God, I don't even play Minecraft like that. I gave out my account to my sister a while ago, but it's a saddening to see. Alan, my friend.
Yeah.
I can say our friend. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll say our friend. He's like really big into Minecraft to the point that he wrote a whole essay about it in school about like how video games are art because of Minecraft, which is like, okay, he's kind of into like, what is it? That idea of like art. There's art and then there's entertainment and stuff like that. When I don't really want to separate them too much, but either way, he did a good essay on like how Minecraft, like especially the architecture and the creativity part of it, is definitely art, stuff like that. And he was like, sometimes he just like comes up to me and is like, Nate, oh no, I shouldn't say that. Fuck, I'm gonna cut it out. My name.
Okay.
It's like, hey, Kira's real name. You wanna see what I built in Minecraft? And he just shows me the bunch of mods he has and the stuff like that, on his laptop. It's like,
Yeah.
wow. And he was very devastated by this news. So, I feel bad for the Minecraft fans out there.
Yeah.
This is where I'm glad.
I've played
What?
Minecraft with like my friends when during like lockdown and shit, and I have fond memories about it. It's a fun game.
Yeah,
and-
people have done so
yeah.
much over the years
Yeah,
about it,
yeah.
like with the mods and the servers and all that. It's a whole thing.
And like even
can't imagine
though
video games
it's
without it.
the community is basically a meme or like a punching
Yeah.
bag basically, because it's
Yeah.
full of like weird annoying kids, 14-year-olds. It's still
And the people who want to fuck those kids.
yeah, unfortunately. But like if you like squint your eyes, there's still a pretty comfy place there on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a great place to hang out. I've done it many times, and
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah, these are the times when I realize that we're lucky as anime fans because our manga usually get adapted pretty well, and light novels as well. Well, unless you're like isekai trash, but
Yeah.
video games to movies. Jesus Christ! I mean, there's been like video games to anime, right? And they've been okay. Steins Gate, right? Steins Gate,
Yeah,
great game.
They're not,
I think.
Okay, I mean, not exactly
Yeah,
a
they're
video
different.
game per se. Because
They're a visual novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different. I guess. Was there a Devil May Cry anime, or am I tripping? I don't. There was a
there's
Castlevania
Nier,
anime.
The Nier anime.
Yeah, Nier anime looks pretty good. Castlevania anime. I think
yeah.
it's an original story, but it's still Castlevania. So there's better stuff in the anime world. Just become weebs, and
Yep.
you'll be fine, Minecraft fans. Okay. What else is there? Okay. You have something?
Yeah. So, okay. So you talked about like the writing part, right? I have been, I guess, working on. I've told you about this. I've been working on like a story / novel / novella / short story / screenplay kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it is. I worked on it. I wrote like a page or like a page and a half or like almost 2 pages, I guess.
Yeah.
And then and then one day, I suddenly begin to really fucking hate it and never want to see it again. And now, I don't know if I'm gonna continue with it. Honestly,
that's like the worst thing about it, really, about writing.
It is.
Like, really, just like maybe just get tired of like, yourself
Yeah.
or at a certain point, and just like I don't want to see this anymore. But sometimes you approach it. I think it's probably worth it to I don't know, go out, touch grass, approach it with a fresh eye, and see
yeah.
where you can improve, right? Because I don't know. I think at this point we've been doing it enough. Not just not creative writing specifically, but writing.
Yeah,
that we have
writing.
a certain like way of like making it that our words are not complete bullshit, and maybe it just needs some polishing. So,
Yeah.
but you can send it to me, and I can try to read it with a fresh eye. If you don't spontaneously combust with that idea in your head.
I'll sit on it for a little while. I don't know if I have more ideas coming in. And my David Lynch brain is like write them down and shit. I'm very not very sure at the moment of what I'm gonna do, but yeah, writing is a Herculean task.
Yeah, for sure. I also really relate to like just constantly having new ideas pop up, because I have the 5 kind of main stories I want to write for this short story collection, but then I've started like 4 more. Just like I've listed like 7 more ideas. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do them right now, so how am I gonna do it? So I'm guessing I'm gonna put it in a different collection that's gonna come out. They're gonna be less polished, maybe like a month later after whatever the fuck. And hopefully this is the name right now. It's called Illusions of Grandeur. And it's gonna be something else. It's gonna be like weird shit, horny maybe, like it's just something weird. So yeah, maybe that will come to fruition. But I need to finish the main stories first, which are actually palatable to the general audience, hopefully. But okay, I want to talk about a bit more about the story collection, because I mean I've been talking about it, and usually talking about it means it feels a bit more real. And yeah, that's true. But also, I've been talking about it to people, like more people, like real people. You're not real, Gray. Fuck you.
Okay.
So like I've been talking to because for the IB program you have to do a bunch of like what is it? Just like activity, creativity, or service tasks. So I was like, this can be a creativity task, and one thing you need to do in one of these is to collaborate with different students. So I'm like, okay. I knew this one guy who, he might be watching. I don't think he is. Yeah, I don't think he watches podcasts. But yeah, he's like really into computer science, coding, and all that kind of stuff. Kind of a weird guy, but still good person at heart, hopefully. And I was like, hey, you want to make a site for my novel? And it's like, oh, what does that mean? Well, it's like it's kind of like a reader, like a I don't want people to open up a shitty PDF reader to read my thing. Or maybe it can be a site, like actually looks good and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, we could do that. Like I've been just like making these things where like making plans of like what I'm gonna do to actually publish this thing.
Yeah.
I've been talking to like people who could be test readers and stuff like that, and it's been more and more real by the second. And I've been telling it to people that don't really necessarily care. They're like, oh, you want to do it because you want to make money, right? I was talking to this one crypto bro. It was like money, crypto. And I was like, well, so yeah, but yeah, and that's what I wanted to say. It feels a lot more real now. God damn it.
I mean, that's great. Talking to people like so I think the last time as in like before the last, because we had the book club episode. So the difference between me now and the last time, or like back then, is that I think real people, again, as you said, you're not real either.
Yes.
Real people know about what I do on the internet, I guess, now.
What? Wait, what? You told them?
Didn't I tell you?
You did not tell me. I thought you were still hiding it from everybody.
No. So 2 people at least know.
Who?
At least 2 people, I think. I don't know if they told anyone else, but I've told them that I make video essays on the internet. They didn't know what video essays were, so I told them it's like documentaries. I'm a documentarian.
Okay.
And then they asked, okay. They do know, but they don't know. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Yeah. You told me that. You told me that like you kind of alluded to that kind of stuff, but you didn't tell anybody like.
Yeah, I mean,
I make videos on Lane and Metal Gear, that kind of stuff.
I didn't give them my my channel name
YouTube
or like
handle,
my channel link or like any of the video names or like titles. I just said I make videos on the internet. They're public. I'm a millionaire, and I have loads of fans that adore me and will die for me, basically.
Yes.
Which is true. Which is all
Yes.
true, by the way.
All true, baby. So, wait, is that it? Just want to say that.
We're talking about real people knowing. Yeah, it has kind of like revalidated my doing stuff. Doing
Yeah, it's
stuff
always
on the
it's,
internet.
it's
Yeah.
always it's always a validating feeling when
Like
people
even
don't just say
like
"Ew,
even if you
cringe."
like try to say you're doing all of this for yourself, other people knowing, especially when there are people who you care about the opinions of, knowing what you're
Yeah.
doing, or like other people acknowledging you for what you do. That's basically why we all do it, right?
Yeah, there's definitely this aspect where I mean I'm motivated to get the short story out because I've told everybody in my friend circle. It was like I'm doing this. So and some of them have been really nice. Just talking to me about like you're gonna be a writer one day. I've not even shown them anything, but they're just like have faith in me and stuff because I
Yeah.
yap a lot in lessons. So I'm like you gotta put those words somewhere, or else it would be a waste. That kind of
Yeah.
thing. So yeah, that's definitely a real good thing. And also just talking to real people. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I've been doing that a lot to the point that I mean, like, okay, I'm not talking about like I don't know, football with them or some normie shit. I'm just talking about like music,
Yeah.
and anime and video games. But it's been really fun. I feel like there was a time in my life, maybe you could say even a few months ago, where I really wanted to just like express myself on the internet because I couldn't find people who agreed, like had wanted to listen to what I say in real life. But now I found them, and there's like I don't really need Twitter anymore. Why am I on Twitter all the time? So there's that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so like usually we're on like the same like thing, like same page, like in our lives. But I think for like in this, I'm almost the exact
Yeah.
opposite. I've
Yeah,
been
that's
I've been
unfortunate.
also like talking to a lot of people this past few months actually, but
Yeah.
I cannot talk about anime or video games with them because they don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Because for them, video games that's GTA 5, PUBG Mobile, and Free Fire.
PUBG Mobile. So yeah.
Yeah. And then anime that's maybe Attack on Titan if we're lucky. Otherwise,
Mostly
it's just
hentai,
One
mostly
Piece.
hentai.
I mean, they don't know what hentai is. I mean, they know porn, like drawn
okay.
porn. They don't exactly know hentai as such. So yeah,
guess.
I mean, they're very, I guess, no. I don't want to use that word, but like yeah,
Normies.
regular people.
Yeah.
Regular people.
No. I also want to say like it's not like I can just go up to anybody and be like, hey, have you heard of Sayano Uta? I can't say that, but like there's been like one or two people that I found that were like that, and I guess it's been helping, but I'm not gonna harp on it too much.
Yeah, and then also another thing is like, so I told you about like how I went around and like asked people to boycott the Teachers' Day,
Yes.
right? That almost killed my hope for like my hopefulness.
Humanity?
Yeah, I don't want to say
What?
anything grandiose like that, but like yeah, nobody really cares about anything. They're like everybody's so fucking sedated about everything. It's kind of depressing sometimes. I don't exactly
Yeah.
know if it makes sense, but yeah, it's
No, it does.
yeah.
I think
Everyone, like-
it's in my school as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's a semblance of a student council, and people are trying to get involved, but mostly just for their own portfolios or like resumes. But yeah, most people are more interested in underage gambling than fucking, Yeah, there was like remember that one coding guy? Apparently, he was also into crypto a while ago, but he wasn't. He doesn't do it now because he's clean, and he's like, I don't want to do gambling anymore. And then there were so many people who just came up to him when I was talking to him. I was like, dude, I've changed, man. Can you give me some crypto? I can't gamble, but I've changed. I was like, bro, you are in 9th grade. What the fuck are you talking about? 9th grade? 9th grade? And I mean, and then he told me, yeah, these are rich kids, have like, whole fucking penthouses as houses, obviously. What else do they have to do? They don't have drugs. They can just gamble online with their favorite kick streamer, whatever the fuck. So, yeah, it's you gotta just find the silver lining, I guess. Find people who care.
Yeah, that is true.
Somewhat.
I've like all of this makes me really depressed and shit, but like, at the end of the day, you just gotta like, have faith that that's it.
Yeah. And also, change of environment soon, which I'm looking forward to. So,
Yes.
yeah. All right. One more thing. I guess it kind of relates to socializing as well. I think I made too many gay jokes, Gray. I think it's coming out, coming back to bite me. It's scary. So here's the thing, right? So there's a kid in my class who's he has it out for me for several reasons. One, I am Chinese, he's white. He thinks it's very funny to call me the racist words. Second thing, I kind of push back on his antics a bit because he's fucking annoying as shit, piece of shit, annoying, really also kind of garbage takes on mostly everything. But nobody really says anything because people know that if you piss him off, it's gonna be more trouble than it's worth. I just can't control myself because I'm a beast. I'm not. But unfortunately, I got into some things, and this guy remembers everything forever. And it's not okay. It's not that he remembers everything forever. It's like he twists everything in his head in favor of him. So like, I could say like, oh, you have good shoes today. You're like, what did you say about my pants? What do you mean? Like he's literally Twitter. So like, I can't win against this guy, but he keeps like bothering me, right? So whenever I told him that, oh, I am into that new album by Charlie XCX, because he's still like in the friend group, he had it out for me. He's like, God damn it, you are so homosexual. You want to touch my thigh, huh? Will your dick get hard or whatever the fuck? And I was like, God damn it, bro, you are into musicals. You're the gayest person I know. But never mind. So yeah, that continued for a while, and I guess I shouldn't be dropping names, but so I think he has spread the rumor or built a reputation of me being like the gay best friend too, because I started making like female friends, because I realized that I can be normal, right? And it's been really, it's been really cool, like feeling like, okay, I can be normal towards women. This probably sounds really pathetic to some people, but for me it's genuinely
I kind of
true.
relate because of my like upbringing and shit, like India being what it is and shit.
Yeah. So I've been just having like more platonic female friends, and it's like, oh, that's so nice. But I think people, he started labeling me as, I'm gay. That's why I can have friends with girls, be friends with girls, which is fucking stupid, right? But he just keeps saying it. And one time this Tuesday we were like around, in the woods, a small little forest next to the school, doing some kind of biology expedition. Ooh. And me and a good friend of mine, we were talking. She was a girl. We were talking because she lived around here and stuff like that. And we were talking, and we were nice, and we were walking, kind of a bit faster than everybody else. Yeah. And then he from the fucking back just said, "Remember, guys, Curious is gay, and this girl has a boyfriend." And I'm like, "Oh God, I want to kill him! I want to kill him!" Which is like, hey, I can't do anything about that. People mostly acknowledge that whatever he says is nonsense, so it's not a big thing. Until this other girl who I barely talked to, who's like, "Hey, Curious, are you gay though? Are you gay?" I was like, wait, no. So I said no, right? But then I realized I've made so many fruity, like zesty jokes towards like with other people that it's registered in my brain. So like I was talking about like where are we going for university? I'm talking about this girl, my friend, wants to go to Netherlands as well. I want to go there. It's like, oh, that's cool, so cool. And also I want to say, this person, the other person, is also going to the Netherlands. And I was like, oh, who's that? And I said, I kind of gestured around, it's like, boyfriend. I don't have a good articulation in speech, so I just, boyfriend. But I kind of pointed at her. But then I just had to add the sentence, oh, not my boyfriend, her boyfriend. and it's just kind of like, wait, what do you mean? What am I doing? I was screaming internally at myself. No, you're digging a hole for yourself. What are you doing? So I think I need to cut out the gay jokes. It's not healthy for me anymore. I've been internalizing it.
I mean, obviously the only thing I have to say is just like, don't care about it. But again, I'm not in your shoes, so I don't know.
No. Okay, it's not a serious thing. Nobody really cares. I'm just saying, like, it's, I never expected it to be like a thing that catches on. But this new school year, I lost a lot of weight. I started dressing more like, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I started wearing rings and almost necklaces. Okay, let's just say that.
So basically gay. Okay.
So people have been looking at me kind of weirdly, but hey, it's just a funny joke thing I want to bring up. Okay, it's not a serious thing.
Okay. I mean,
What is very serious though is the new Mount Eerie album coming out November 1st. That's gonna change my life. Holy fuck! Oh my god, the singles have been so good. Okay, I just wanted to mention that. Yeah. What did you have to say?
I mean, okay, so I don't think so in my class like circle, I guess, school circle, they don't perceive me as gay. I'm not gay. I don't think like I'm like that, but like that as in like I'm not like you. I don't make jokes like not even like not normal, but like not even like regular funny jokes. So or sometimes I do, I guess. But I talk a lot about, well, what do you think I talk about if I don't talk about anime or video games? What else is
Politics.
left?
Yeah.
So I talk about a lot of theory sometimes and like politics and shit. And I'm also like very, I wouldn't, no, I don't know, like not radical, but like, what do you see? What do you say? I'm very progressive and like not. I don't hold back. I guess. I say, you should probably like kill the prime minister and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which will probably get me in trouble if I say it on the internet. So I didn't say it.
Well, you
in
just
Minecraft,
said it, bro.
In Minecraft.
I'm gonna
new Minecraft movie. We should kill the president in the new Minecraft movie.
Yeah, you brought it back.
So the thing is, so I guess they kind of view me. So you know how intellectuals, right? I'm not saying I'm an intellectual, but that is how my class perceives me. And I really hate it because I don't think intellectual like as a class should exist actually. But they kind of view me as like this desexualized thingy, not thing, but like, they don't objectify me like that. But like, yeah, you realize that, like,
I do get what you mean.
Yeah, you don't think of Sartre as a sex icon, do you?
Yeah. I feel that a little bit as well because I mean, I guess just because of my upbringing, I've been more sheltered towards like open sexuality that's so common in the West. So should I say this? Okay, I'll fucking say it. Nobody cares. So I was like talking about my friend, talking to my friend, and then we were walking, and I was like, dude, I think I might be, and it's like. And the first thing, I didn't even finish my sentence. This is what he said. Because we were talking about like romance and stuff. Yeah. And he was like, oh, did you want to say asexual? And I was like, oh, wait, I didn't mean that. But because, I guess I just don't really bring up that kind of stuff because of a lot of multitude of reasons. So yeah, I also have this like kind of desexualized thing. Yeah, I guess also people don't perceive me as, oh my god, I'm a sex icon, even though I am definitely one, and they just don't have the taste for it.
That is true. Me too. So I was talking like to I was talking to this girl who asked me about, I don't know exactly what we were talking about, but something came up, and I was talking about attractive people, sexually attractive people in the movies, right?
Yeah.
So and like celebrity crushes and shit. So I brought some names up. The usual names, attractive
Ramona
people.
Flowers from Scott Pilgrim.
Sure. I mean, and then she was like giggling so fucking hard. Her face was so red, and I asked, why are you giggling? It's I'm not saying anything stupid like that. So. And she's like, if it was anybody else, it wouldn't be funny, but because it's you, it is weird, or not weird, but like unexpectedly funny.
Yeah.
And yeah,
we are definitely the same person in many ways. Yeah. I feel that really hard. Maybe a few years ago, I definitely see this interaction playing out, but now I am a sex icon, so it is what it is.
One day I will be too.
Oh, you want to talk about? Have you seen what happened to Nikocado Avocado?
Oh yeah. Today I was about to message you about how this guy, remember this guy or something like that? Damn.
Yeah, I sent you. Check Twitter, Discord. What the hell? Like, holy shit! I guess this is the thing that was mentioned in the Drake and Kendrick beef. Ozempic, maybe like a weight loss pill or something. There was no way he lost it that much. Like it's crazy. But hey, I mean, at least he's. I wonder how he's gonna run his channel. Maybe he's gonna like, maybe he's gonna get thin and then like eat up to that size again, and then do it again, and then do like it's like every cycle. Who and it's about like 7 rings of hell. How many cycles can I do before I die? That kind of shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The whole like allure of his channel was the lol cow thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like all the utter ridiculousness of the content he makes. Like I think what the latest video before the one that came out like today, what the thumbnail for it was, I mean, it was like wild. And then I think I skimmed through the video and like half the video is just him like running around basically.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah,
shaking
saw
his stomach or belly. Damn.
Oh, look at this tweet. It says, I'm gonna read it out loud.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is real. I'm not watching any of his fucking videos, but he says, Nikocado Avocado single-handedly fooled the entire internet by making thousands, if not millions, on pre-recorded content while he was working on his health and weight loss journey. This is insane. He must be a master.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Because if that's true, then I guess Ozempic is not like involved. He could have like done it in the usually.
True. Yeah, and also I don't think he posted. I mean, people.
He didn't post anything for the past 7 months or something. And then
or at least today. Like the posts are very sporadic or something like that. Yeah, it's crazy. These internet people. They're definitely there. Speaking of internet people, do you know Tuah?
No.
I'll have to explain Tuah to my dear co-host Gray.
Wait,
I can't believe it.
That?
So, Tuah. It's spelled like this. Tuah. So what is this, right?
What is it?
I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Oh, I'm so glad you don't have TikTok in India. So Tuah is a meme originating from this girl who, on a street interview, I don't know the question exactly, but she was asked, how street interview videos are very misogynistic, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like, and the interviewer asked, "How would you pleasure a man?" And then she said, Tuah, spit on that thing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I was like, okay, well, that's just a funny meme that everybody, just laughed at, right? Girl says oral sex joke, funny. But then, right wingers started picking up on it as like because Kamala got elected, so they were like, oh my god, Kamala does the Tuah. I was like, no. Like it's horrible, and then it became like it became a super deranged right-wing meme. Wait, let me just see. So this is so my friend is way more into this than I am. Well, into this might not be a good word, but let's see. So here's a 5-minute video of just some guy saying the Tuah meme in like so many different ways. Just play a little bit.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Oh my god.
We come in peace.
Oh
and
my
for some
god.
hot Tuah. Not the aliens coming down for
So
some
yeah,
hot Tuah.
blowjob jokes really humor the 50-year-olds. Right, so
Okay,
this has been a
apparently
thing,
there's
right?
someone named Hang Tuah.
Yeah, and there's been so many jokes about that probably. But that's only one part. So, how usually internet trends happen, they come and go, right?
Yeah.
This one had a bit more staying power, unfortunately, because of the political implications of it. But usually, that's gone. But then, this girl started having a genuine fucking career. Like this girl whose name, let's see. Oh god, what's her name?
If you Google it,
I forgot her name.
Mm.
Shows up as internet personality. The Tuah
Yeah, she's a
girl.
whole internet personality now. To the point that, oh god, I can't find the video. No, so she started a podcast. And the name is Tuah. And it's a genuine podcast featuring the girl who does the oral sex joke. It's a whole podcast.
Oh my god.
How I feel going to work for the rest of my life knowing that this motherfucker got rich famous for making a DJ joke.
That's from Long Legs, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Maybe. Well, that definitely seems like some horror movie lighting. The world is crazy. Yeah. All right. So, what media stuff did you have to talk about?
Okay, so I finished reading The Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
Man,
Mr. Caulfield finally read the book
what a
named
book.
after him.
What a book indeed.
Yeah.
So it's a book that, so it's like a pretty infamous, notorious even book, right? It's like it's been banned somewhere, or like for some reason, I don't know. It's not. I didn't find anything bannable in there. I don't think anybody.
Yeah,
will.
in China it is banned because it was a negative influence on the youth or whatever the fuck. So
I mean, yeah, I can see that, but like that's kind of the point. I think I said
my
that so
God.
much.
no, dude. Okay, so a bit interjection. So I was talking to my mom about this story. I usually don't talk to her about anything I do. And it was like, hey mom, I'm writing a short story collection. I'm gonna publish it on my birthday. It's like, oh okay. Just make sure you don't have one. You don't write negative things because negative things makes people want to kill themselves.
Oh
So
my
don't write
God,
that.
my
And second
grandmother
thing-
is just like that.
And second thing, don't write anything negative about the CCP because if they find it, then our family is ruined. I was like, God damn it. All right, mom, whatever you say. so yeah.
Okay.
All right, continue.
Yeah. I read The Catcher in the Rye. It's not like the best thing of all time, but it's like, okay, so if Jesus is supposed to
Okay.
like exemplify everything, he's supposed to be like everything good. He's the man that embodies goodness and righteousness and whatever, the stuff, godliness or whatever, godliness in
Yeah.
humanity. Then Holden Caulfield is the Jesus of teenage angst, basically.
Yeah.
He really is. So like it's a book about it's basically a pretty it's like, okay, it's a book that spans about 3 or 4 days, and it's basically just a character study of this 17-year-old boy, Holden Caulfield, who's literally you if you're me.
Okay.
So I went into it kind of expecting Holden to be like a more, I guess politically / theoretically based, based as in like, based upon some kind of theory, like
Oh, I thought you meant based, as in based.
no, not the
Politically
internet
based.
like who
He's an anarcho-primitivist.
yeah, it's something like that. But he's not. He's very much just a teenage boy who, like, who basically hates everything that's going on around him, and just like, really, really hates it. Hates most things, but has a heart. He wants things to change, and he's a good guy, but like he's not there yet, I guess. It's a book. It's, as I said, he's the Jesus of teenage angst. I think that book perfectly captures what it is like to grow up, especially in like your late teens, and like look around you and see how bullshit everything is, and like the inability to do anything about it, and how you like deal with it, how you cope with it, and I think that's like, okay. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's I like a lot of stuff that sticks out to you. Like the whole thing is written from his point of view, first person, and there is no real like high class language being used. It's very, you can probably find someone who talks like Holden if you go to New York and like find someone random in the streets. You can probably find someone who talks like that. He's like, yeah, I met this guy. I really liked him. I really did. He's a prince, He talks like that, and he like
Okay.
he repeats words, and he'll say like, yeah, I didn't like it. I was depressed. I really was, something like that, and he really has this way of talking that's very endearing in itself, a very like normal, regular. You can, that he feels real, I guess.
Yeah.
And then his experiences, like as he goes to like he so basically the story, like the synopsis, I guess it's not spoiler. The synopsis is he is kicked out from his high school that he's studying in called Pensy, because he failed every class except for English, he's being kicked out. So and then he decides to. So his parents are gonna be not notified in a few days, but he decides to go off and like live in a hotel in New York, anyways, because he's sick of his dormitory, and he's sick of the people who his roommates and shit. The whole book follows his journey through New York, meeting random people and like talking to people and like doing shit. The whole thing, it's very endearing. It's very relatable in a way that I think a lot of people that I guess are my age, or I don't even think it's like an age thing. I think I guess a lot of people will relate to.
What about like, I feel like because that realization of like, growing up in your late teens, entering adulthood and realizing everything's bullshit, that's the thing that I think even like adults could relate to an extent.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Because they've been living in the bullshit for a while. So,
but like, okay, so I read a few Goodreads like reviews, and I see that there are like, so there are like three camps of people, or like interpretations that people usually fall into. One, they just like they adore Holden. They think he's like he's Jesus. They relate to him 100%. Two, they think Holden should just like shut the fuck up and grow up, basically. And then three, who try to basically kind of perversely pathologize all his misanthropy and like his negativity to, I don't know, trauma or something. Which, the third camp, I mean, I may be biased, but I think is like the worst camp of people ever, who like try to pathologize the like character things to like, he lost his brother, that's why he hates little kids or something. I don't know. I don't like that camp. And then the second camp of people, I think are genuinely missing the point. Although, again, there is no real point there, but like, because the title itself. Okay, this is kind of spoiler territory.
I've heard a little bit about the title and that means like he's like kind of in the rye. He stops kids from entering adulthood. Like, that's the whole thing?
Basically. So he says like there's a cliff. And atop the cliff, there's a field of rye where kids are playing, and he's at the edge, and he's basically, catching the kids from falling off the cliff. And the cliff is supposed to, like, the fall is the fall into adulthood, or like, by adulthood, he doesn't mean like getting a job and shit. I mean, I guess you could interpret it as that, but adulthood as in like entering this world of fakeness, like this world of appearances. Basically, a very depressing, very very desolate, bad, like not bad, but like a soul draining, soulless world, basically. And I find that very I don't know, endearing is the word, but like in a more endearing way, like super endearing, mega endearing.
Yes. So would you say like you find it endearing because it's something that like you can really connect with, as in like his message and his like, I guess, agenda? Are you like more like kind of skeptical of his thing, of like what he's doing, but you're seeing like the emotion in it and you can relate to that?
Well,
that's why you find it endearing.
So I told you about the two camps, but the first camp of the people who relate to him, I don't exactly fall in that camp either, because I don't think he's like the Jesus. I mean, he is the Jesus of teenage angst, but he's only the Jesus of pure teenage angst. He doesn't really have like a theoretical, a logical basis for why he feels the things he does, or why he does the things he does. he just hates a lot of people. He hates
Yeah.
most people, which I do too, honestly. But he still thinks, I think by the end he's like, I even miss the guy who beat me up for not paying him $5 or something. And, I agree. I also hate, not hate. I also miss people that I hate sometimes. He's not misanthropic in the pure sense. He sees bullshit everywhere. And he's Holden Caulfield is not 100% me, or like I'm not 100% Holden Caulfield, because I think, at least I'd like to believe so, that my feelings towards people and the world are based on are based period.
Yes.
They're based upon a more concrete logic, I guess, a concrete set of arguments.
So I guess like you could say like you don't like this person because of this and this and this, and you can like say the reasons.
Yeah, I can.
You don't just like hate them because you'd be like, fuck you, I hate you, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean he can too, but like his reasons are like, so there's one thing that I sent you where Holden and his friend, they go to a bar, and then his friend sees another friend, his date sees another friend, and then that friend comes over, and his date and the friend starts talking. So he listens into what they're talking, and what they're basically doing is that his date randomly comes up, randomly remembers a name that both of them know, and then the other guy is like, oh yeah, I know that person. He's from so and so place, and then the day goes, oh yeah, I know another person from that place, and then the guy goes, oh yeah, I know that person, and I know another person who knows that person who's from this place, and it's like that, and I completely 100% like relate to that as in like Holden sees these two people and they're like, these two people are phonies. They're complete and utter phonies. And yeah, I really agree. I see that thing happening all the fucking time around me, and I feel the exact same way. It's, like, I agree with that, but I also think, alienation and like growing up during the historical time period that is now is the reason behind their phoniness. But then again, I guess
but like Holden doesn't really take that extra step to like analyze why he just kind of hates them.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm saying. Holden doesn't do that. But I guess it still holds merit. I genuinely do think that if Catcher in the Rye was like a Marxist teenage angst text, it would have been, I guess, kind of worse. Yeah, it would have been worse for it, I think. I think
sometimes you just need that like undistilled teenage angst. I feel the same way about like a Choo Choo as well, because like Lily Choo Choo, I mean, because that movie, there's some parts you could analyze about like early Heisei era Japan, so like early 2000s, economic stopping, and there was like there's a few lines that kind of punctuate it, saying something like, there's a rise in youth crime and stuff like that. And but that's all the backdrop to like genuine, just like, oh god, I'm a sad teenager. I'm so sad. I'm so sad, and that is so valuable, I think. So in its own way. So I agree. But yeah, that's a fascinating book. I definitely want to read it one day.
Yes,
I started it, and then my mom took it away from me because no, too depressing. And then also bought No Longer Human, and it's like, no, too depressing. So I've not read both of them. So
No Longer Humans. It's good. That's all.
Okay, I see.
It's okay
right,
to good.
I'll see it for myself.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, honestly. I might even say it's a little okay. I should probably shut up, but it's
overrated.
It is a little
Great
overrated.
Link, the famous YouTuber says the famous Osamu Dazai book, No Longer Human, is overrated. You're getting exposed.
Like, okay, here's
buddy.
this is a little tangent. It's not really that big of like a it's not a genius examination that I'm gonna posit here.
Yeah.
I honestly always hold anything that comes out of Japan with a little bit of I hold it with a grain of salt, like its artistic merit, because I think that a lot of people like just like Japanese things because it's Japanese.
They're
Orientalism
Japanese,
or-
yes,
yeah, it is.
exactly. Orientalist, yeah, that's
it is. It
that's
is
such a
Orientalism.
fucking thing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, bro. There was this whole thing of like, oh god, I wish I could find the meme, but it was something like, oh, the ancient Japanese concept of whatever the fuck, and people would like when you say that, it's like act somehow better, like somehow like people take it more seriously.
And it's
Or, like, for example,
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the streamer Ludwig?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know. Like he's learning Japanese, and he says that his goal for his some distant goal is to travel across Japan in a motorcycle with his other friend Michael Reeves or something.
okay.
Why why Japan? Why? You don't even like watch anime. Why this almost fetishistic obsession with Japan? And it's not just
Well,
Ludwig.
you know.
Remember that song that got really popular?
Big in Japan.
No, not in Japan. Like here, or like around the globe, or like on
Yeah,
Instagram.
the song is called Big in Japan. Was it not?
Wait, no.
Okay, never
it's by Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, don't remind me. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Oh no. I was genuinely like, okay, I think I made it an Instagram story or not. But like, it was like, the song is called Otaku Hot Girl or some other song. Like, oh yeah, the song called Star. You know, Okane Kaseku.
Yeah.
Watashi wa that one.
Yeah.
But also she made another one on the same album called Otaku Hot Girl, right? And it's a song about, so she calls herself Otaku, and like the video is her going to Akihabara or some shit. And the only anime she like references is Naruto and JJK. I'm going to
Yeah.
kill people. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
wait, let me finish this point.
Yeah, go ahead,
Thank
go
God, you brought up a little trauma in me. So, I can't understand it. Like, I don't understand how, if you were a weeaboo 15 years ago, this would make you, you would be made fun of by like doing this blatant just Japanese imitation bullshit. Like, the chorus is her saying, arigato, really, really longly. And I was like, what? Are you serious? Okay. I don't get it. Okay, please go on.
So yeah, I was I brought that up because I read a few comments on the music video for that particular song. The Star one.
Yeah, Star.
And everyone's like, oh, look at how Megan Thee Stallion basically I don't know, puts her own spin on an old Japanese myth, and how she makes everything beautiful.
What?
It's not cultural appropriation because she whatever. Why Japan? There's like loads of other cultures out there that have like even more cooler stuff.
Well, I
there.
feel like, I mean, I don't think why Japan is really a hard question to answer. Just because, like, they've had a really successful job, like, having soft power, like exporting
that's
their
exactly
cultural
my point.
goods.
Why Japan?
right?
As
So,
in like because
because
there is
they
a
just
reason
had
for
the
it.
opportunity. Yes,
Yeah, that is
the reason
true.
is that they're really good at this marketing themselves to the point that there's this, I don't think it came out of nowhere, but I'm not saying it's good.
I'm not
obviously.
saying it came out of nowhere, but like why Japan? As in like you should know why Japan, and the same applies to why I hold every Japanese anything with a grain of salt, because most of it, like a lot of not most of it, I won't say most, but like a lot of it, I feel like it is tainted by what you said, soft power and like Orientalism. And like they hold
I hate to put her on blast. But you know, one of my better friends, she's really into Japan and stuff. And I sent her a video. Also, she likes cats, so I was like, oh, so there's this video about like a Taiwanese cat island or like a cat park. So I sent it to her, and it's like, it's an Instagram reel, so it's like big captions. Did you know there's a cat park in Taiwan? And then she saw the video, she liked it, and she's like, oh my God, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to that park. And I was like, no fucking way. What do you mean? And I was like, it was genuinely incredible how much this cultural fetishization has really gotten.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And I don't think I'm super innocent about it. Like,
I mean,
the reason
both
why
of us, we're like anime people. We're like I mean, Hideo Kojima and like video games. A lot of video games has a root in Japan as well.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm just saying like I've read a lot. I've watched Japanese movies and read Japanese books, just one book. Since I was a kid, like
Shit, yeah.
even when liking Japan, I think it was because liking Japan in China is not cool. That's why I liked it. But I did it, and I bought a lot of like Japanese mystery books as a kid, just because they were Japanese, and I thought there was like this cool difference to it. And it is, you can say, if we take this out of context, out of the fetishization that it's been drenched in, you could say, okay, it's a really interesting mix of like kind of Oriental traditional stuff and like a modernization. Literally the biggest modernization, like okay, China's not the biggest, but bubble economy, crazy shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's a very interesting mix that's just been fucking the truest quote of all time is Japan is Wakanda for white people. My favorite quote of all time.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a great tangent. Yeah, you reminded me of that fucking Megan Thee Stallion album.
Yeah.
Like I watched a Fantano's review, Fantano music reviewer, second episode I'm bringing him up, but yeah, and he was like, "Oh, that's so cute that she's referencing anime." It's like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think we should bring back bullying weebs. Honestly,
we should honestly like. Japan. I like a lot of Japanese aesthetics. The jiraike. Have you heard of that? It translates to like landmine style. It's a type of fashion in Japan where like if you see a girl with that, she's gonna ruin your life. That's the old
really?
joke. Yeah, but like it's very like kind of mixes goth,
Okay.
Lolita, and those
Yeah.
things together.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
stuff
made
like that.
an hour and a hour and a 18-minute video about Araguro. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, we're both victims to it, but I feel like it's definitely useful to realize that sometimes
Yeah,
you
it
can
is.
have other stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
This is why I'm really interested in like trying to go into other cultures with
Yeah,
other
yeah, definitely, yeah.
their own history. Like I'm trying to do more into Gabriela Marquez, the
Marquez,
author.
yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, that author, and also because in the presentation that we're gonna do in film class, we had to look into a specific film movement in around the world,
Yeah.
and I got selected to pick Iranian new wave. And I was like, Iranian,
Ah,
And
that's
it's like
cool.
that's cool. And I looked into like the whole history. Obviously it reflects culture, reflects history. So I was looking into all that, and it's like, wow, very fascinating.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great stuff all over the
Yeah,
world.
the
man.
moment you
And I
realize
just-
the world is not just Japan and
Japan and America.
Hollywood. Yeah.
that's all there is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is definitely great.
Yeah, so another thing that I want to talk about, I guess we're
Yeah.
kind of back to America, I guess.
Oh no.
I watched Kinds of Kindness by Yorgos Lanthimos.
Oh, like yesterday or some shit, right?
Yeah, yesterday night.
Yeah. How was it?
It's okay. So Yorgos Lanthimos is a weird guy.
You gave it 5 stars? What?
I did.
Holy smokes.
Okay. Okay, you're so bored. Okay. He's a weird guy, but which all those films have you seen other than Poor Things?
None. Just only 4
Have you seen
things.
The
I'm
Favorite?
uneducated. I remember seeing half of it, but then I was like, back then I was afraid of gay people. I was like, no, let's not watch it.
Okay.
Okay, that was half a joke. I watched half of it and I didn't remember
Yeah,
to
yeah.
pick it up.
Yeah. So he's a weird guy, but you wouldn't know it if you just watch Poor Things and The Favorite. But the thing is, like, those two films are also very weird, but you still wouldn't know the extent of his weirdness if that's the only two films you've watched, because those two films
Yeah.
are more, I guess, palatable to a general audience than the films that the other films that he's made. For example, I've seen the film Dogtooth, which
Yeah.
is about like an isolated family where it's a very weird thing that goes to a lot of weird places. I don't exactly know how to explain it without like making this episode like 5 hours long. So, yeah, he's a very interesting person, weird, interesting, freaky little man. And Kinds of
little
Kindness is
freak.
a sort of a return from the more palatable stuff with Poor Things and The Favorite, a return to his normal weird style. normal weird is
Awesome.
a kind of an
that sounds very
oxymoron, but
promising.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kinds of kindness is it's basically 3 different stories. It's a triptych fable. I'm reading from the letterbox. I don't know what that means. But yeah, it's 3 different stories. And they're all acted by the same. They're all acted by the same actors. Emma Stone and then Jesse Plemons, I think his name is. He's great. I've seen him in other films as well. He's in I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which you should see.
Oh yeah, I should.
Yeah, he's great. He's very great. He's in it. And then Willem Dafoe, of course.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a review that was like, first story, Willem Dafoe. Second story, Willem the Friend. Third story, Willem the Freak. Which is very, very true.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the Kinds of Kindness is 3 different stories. They're not really connected by any overarching plot element or even theme. I mean, they are thematically connected, obviously, but they don't have any outright overt connection between them. They're all the same actors play different characters from story to story, but all of them are very weird and very awkward as in you feel very, very bizarre watching them. And you his style is so. I've never seen his style with anybody else. When I say his style, not just his directing style, but how his films feel very uninviting, very uncozy, very alien, and it kind of hurts to watch, but in a good way. And Kinds of Kindness, very interesting stories. The first story is about a guy who it's very bizarre to even try to
maybe
synopsis.
not describe it if you can.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
won't
like I want to go
describe
into
it.
this blind.
But
this sounds like just right up my alley. I love
definitely watch
interactions
it
between people.
For whatever reason, it's not as well received as I thought it would be. But although the people I follow on Letterboxd also really love it, they give it 4 and 4.5 stars. So I think I hypothesize that's because it's because of all the new Poor Things audience that are coming to see more Poor Things movie, but it's really not Poor Things. This is more on brand with Lanthimos than what Poor Things was.
Well, yeah, I think people probably expected the same because the same fucking people are in it. So,
but definitely watch it. Kinds of Kindness is great if you like freaky movies, especially if you like Willem Dafoe kissing people.
Awesome. All right.
Oh yeah, you can see Willem Dafoe naked.
Thank you for that information, Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to watch more movies.
Yeah,
I just
definitely
don't
watch
have
it.
the time
It's
right
3
now.
hours long, unfortunately, but yeah, I mean,
3
unfortunately,
hours
it's great.
long. No, the only movies I'm watching is by that one guy. What is it? Nothing Except Everything. Do you know that thing?
Oh my god.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, isn't that like a YouTube short film?
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, that's fucking terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's 13 minutes.
so-
that's my attention span.
Yeah, that movie has the vibe of someone that I would really fucking despise in real life. Oh my god.
Yeah, that movie was shown to me by my sister very enthusiastically.
Oh no.
But she was 13, and for 13-year-olds, it's probably a very profound movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she was like, "You like?" And I just kind of looked at her, and I was like, "Get out of my room."
It's the most pretentious little thing ever. And that's kind of the reason why I will never ever go to an institution to learn filmmaking. Otherwise, I would have considered.
Yeah.
But I'm never doing that.
Yeah.
If I make a film, it's gonna be all self-taught. There's not gonna be any money going into it other than like the thing to for the movie itself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it was August who said regular August on Twitter, based in
Yeah, I
He
know
said,
him, I know
yeah,
him.
that's why some people. This movie is why some people go to film school, just to end up directing commercials. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna make the next Love and Pop, and it's gonna be called fucking
Hate
pop,
and rock.
Hate and Rock. Yes, Hate and Punk. You gotta do Hate and
true.
Punk.
Yeah, Hate and
Exactly. Yeah. Let me do this weekly section of me recommending a YouTube channel because he's talking
sure.
about punk. Well, this is not a new recommendation. I've not been watching a lot of new ones, but damn, Neopunk FM. I've talked about them, I think, a few times, and their videos are genuinely great. I saw a comment on one of their videos saying like, in 50 years, people will study their videos to see Gen Z culture, and I think that's genuinely pretty true. I've been paying more attention to them because that's the I think I said this a while ago. This is the format me and my friend are trying to do for our channel. I'll just say Jenya because we decided to go with our new names. So I mean, not new names,
Real names.
normal names, real
Okay,
names. So yeah, Jenya, we've been thinking about this thing. So we took like this other duo as an example, and yeah, their essays really well written, tight, and they definitely are really in touch with Gen Z culture in a way that's really fascinating, even as somebody who doesn't really watch that kind of stuff. Okay, I'll do one more. Maybe let's make this a segment where like we give out like life advice or recommend something. I'll recommend an album. So
Okay.
here's the album. It's called, well, first of all, Mount Eerie album. We're gonna be album of the decade, but there's another album called "We're Not Here to Be Loved" by Fleshwater. And I'm gonna send a link to you right here. It's like, okay, so I sent this to Jenya, and he said this sounds like that one song that I sent you, wake me up inside, but for 2022. It has a lot of these like nostalgic kind of emo leanings, and the guitars are really heavy, and it's a really fun time. That it's definitely like a hit or miss for people. You either love the vibe or you don't. But if you do, I think it's gonna be a great listen. So listen to that. The audience. I don't know, we should probably. I really wonder, like, what's the music taste of the audience that we've gathered? The 23 people, 5 of which are just our accounts. I don't know. That'll be cool. Do you have anything to say to the audience? Yeah.
I obviously already said Kinds of Kindness.
Yeah.
I get. Oh yeah, watch. I watched Doctor Strangelove. You should watch Doctor Strangelove, or How I Stopped Worrying and Started Loving the Bomb. The
Bomb?
Classics. Yeah, the classic satire by Stanley Kubrick. Watch that.
Oh man. Okay. Well, you're recommending genuine art. I'm just recommending some content bullshit. I feel bad now. Okay. All right. I've never heard of this, and it sounds interesting.
Yeah, definitely watch it. I think it has one actor, Peter Sellers, who I've never seen before, but I instantly love his stuff. He plays 3 different characters in that one movie, and it's not like Kinds of Kindness where it's like 3 different stories. It's the same story. It's great.
I see.
You should check it out.
Yeah.
It's about the Cold War and the death of mankind, basically. Yeah, we should, before we end, I have another rant that has to do with streamers.
Oh, okay.
So the internet is shit, okay, but it has basically, given us a new pathway of making better art and entertainment that brings, connects people, that, helps people deal with real life shit, alienation and shit. It's important stuff, entertainment. I generally do think it's important, entertainment and art, right? Why then are like streamers who can do anything ever, who can do the most creative shit ever, just trying to redo television from 20 years ago? Oh my god, I am so
Man.
goddamn angry about this.
I think I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard this take somewhere before, but maybe it's from you again. But yeah, because holy fuck, yeah, we're
Yeah,
both
yeah,
really pissed
and
off
like
about this.
people call Ludwig and like people like Ludwig and like what the people call them creative. I don't see what's creative about anything. I mean, they're charismatic people. Don't get me wrong; they're very charismatic. That's why they have the audience, and I generally do enjoy their presence sometimes when I watch them. And like people like that, and like Connor, right? Connor from Trash Taste.
Sea Dog VA, yeah.
Yeah, Sea Dog. That's probably like the only Trash Taste person that I view nowadays. I don't like the other two, honestly.
Yeah, holy fuck, I can't watch Guguk's anime videos anymore. It's
Yeah.
so out
Yeah,
of touch.
they're fucking terrible. And also Joey's. I mean, Joey, I don't know what the fuck.
Joey
he
has
does
never been
anymore.
good. He's never been good.
Yeah,
so-
that is true. I mean, he's more like musically inclined, right?
Yeah, you know, keep doing the covers. You know, those
Yeah.
are great. You have good
They're-
taste.
they're
Stop
fine,
making anime
but-
videos.
Yeah, and like his channel, his main channel is basically what we just basically talked about, Orientalism, right? I mean, although
Yeah.
he's
But
like
he is
approaching
from
it with
Japan,
a
so I
more-
guess it makes sense.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But then again, I like he is responsible for like cultivating this. He's like the first generation of YouTubers who have started to like base their entire thing around Japan. Japan is the channel. I can
Yeah, like, it started
understand if
with,
it's
like-
something like abroad in Japan, right? I mean that's
Yeah, I was
kind of the
about to
point,
mention
but-
that. Yeah,
but,
yeah,
like,
like
that's
abroad in
not-
Japan
yeah.
is like abroad in Japan used to be the singular force. Like, you know, it kind of like, you know, they started like 10 years ago, and
Yeah.
they keep going, and it's mostly just like they've gathered this kind of. I think it might be because their audience, Chris Broad at least says that his audience is mostly like old people, like older people, like
yeah,
30-year-olds
yeah,
who
yeah.
just want to go to a country because hey, you know, I
Like
get
my
a week
audience.
off work. This shut the fuck up. I have like 1 week off work, you know, I can take my kids to Japan and have a good time, like that kind
yeah.
of thing. But you know, once you get the fucking rap, you know how this, I can't even think of a word to describe them, like Gen Z audiences on like Trash Taste and all that kind of wave that started in 2020. Then fucking hell breaks loose, and now people are like ruining shit in Japan, and you know people are banning foreigners in tourist places, and it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Man,
I do
yeah.
agree with the TV show segment.
Yeah,
I just
that-
don't get
yeah.
it. Like Ludwig himself has admitted, like I'm just doing TV again, but like because people watch it, because people don't want anything good. People don't want like oh my god. So
Yeah, I mean,
speaking
okay,
of
so
like good streamers. Okay.
He's basically just a snake oil salesman, honestly.
Oh wait,
he-
what does a snake oil salesman specifically mean in this
It's
scenario?
like a stereotype, right? It's like you know, the guy with the round black glasses who sells you stuff. He's like very like
Sells you stuff that you
slimy.
don't need. Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it is?
basically something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you mean by this in this scenario?
Yeah, that as in like he's very charismatic, but he is doing a business, and he kind of like
Yeah.
he kind of twists it to make it more personable, but doesn't mean it's anything different than that. He's just doing that, and he knows he's doing that. He's very open about it, but I
Yeah.
think that's kind of why he has the audience he has, and I don't like. Yeah, I do hate it, but I'm not malicious towards him. You know,
Yeah,
then
it's
again,
not really.
he's very
He cracked the
charismatic.
code.
I understand. Yeah, he's entertaining, definitely. But, Jesus,
Bro, okay, look, I'm gonna say it. Like, it's not that hard to be entertaining. Just like, first of all, be a normal person. Like, you know, touch
Yeah.
grass, and then just
Yeah.
like talk to friends, and then you'll realize, okay, I can do a podcast as well. What he's nailed is not entertainment. He just nailed the formula. He nailed. He knows
exactly.
Yeah, you know the snake oil salesman really like unlocked something in me because his whole thing is like trying to find things that nobody would care about, but like making them care about it because you know for the thrill of it or whatever. Fuck, I'm gonna sleep in this stupid fucking thing for a week, and that's the content. And like
Yeah.
he's so content brained, and
Yeah.
good for him. I don't respect that. I don't really respect it. So
Yeah, I like a couple of people in the circle. Like Germa is great, I think.
well, oh yeah, German.
Sometimes, yeah.
Did Germa
Yeah?
catch an allegation? I don't think that's Germa. Yeah, never mind.
No, it's
There's a
Germa.
lot of
Okay,
allegations in the
holy-
streamer said. No,
Oh
I
my
mean
God.
Germa. He just like he's never really changed. He just plays games and like
Yeah.
banters. You know, like a dude that you want to hang out with, and not like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
clown that's on camera doing bullshit that nobody should care about. So
Oh yeah, then there's this other guy, Squeaks.
I don't know what that guy. Who that
Yeah,
guy? Is.
that guy's he's Indian, I think, but like
Oh.
not, yeah, he's second generation, first generation Indian.
Oh.
He's funny. Most of yeah, he's funny.
Uh,
And then there's I don't know who else is there. Yeah, I always said Connor. I used to watch Point Crow when he used to make Breath of the Wild videos because I liked Breath of the Wild. Great game. It's basically my childhood game, although not exactly my childhood, my mid-teenage years. But
yeah,
still, yeah.
so sometimes I tap back into like those like communities of like where they just kind of explore one game really.
I mean, I
deeply,
have
because
another community that I never tap back into because it's kind of okay. I'm not gonna talk about it.
maybe not now, maybe not
Yeah,
now. But I'm just saying, like,
maybe
for
not
example,
never.
like, oh no, okay. I'm just saying, like, for example, I like the game Hades, and there's like a Hades speedrunning
yeah.
community. And,
I
like,
mean,
sometimes
Hades is
check it-
cool to like, but my community.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember now. I see what you're talking about, Mr. Gray. Oh,
Shut up.
okay. It starts with an R and it ends
Okay,
with a...
shut up. Ah.
Okay, so speaking of streamers that actually do good things, I can't think of anybody.
It's RuneScape, by the way.
besides-
It's RuneScape and it's nothing else. Shut up.
It is RuneScape because he is a 30-year-old man in
Yeah,
America who
it's-
knows what
it's
RuneScape
RuneScape,
is.
that's all.
Yeah. Speaking of like actually good streamers, I think there's
Yeah.
been a few streamers that have like
I
kinda
mean,
tried,
Super Ipash
tried
Wolf,
to-
regular Ipash Wolf.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the greatest streamer of all time.
Yeah, the final gamer, right?
Yeah, the
like
final
he
gamer.
builds lore in his videos and like actually, I mean, yeah, he doesn't kind of break the mold outside of like hanging out, having fun.
Yeah,
because
but
obviously
still,
it's just
yeah.
a side thing for him. But yeah, he's great, and it's like there's a dynamic in their streams that you can't really get anywhere else. That's great. But also, I'm thinking of this one streamer who's affiliated with the YouTuber Hazel. Her name is Marcy, and she did one stream. That was just like the trippiest like stream experience probably ever could find. It's called the Gmod stream, and it's just called the Gmod stream. And it was like I was watching the VOD and I was like, what is this? And it's like
Damn.
genuinely like incredible abstract art piece into a Twitch stream. And I was like, wait, how could you do that? And it's like, yeah, mostly, I mean, I watch Action Button every week, and he's just talking about whatever bullshit. But, like, it could be so much more if we tried, man. If we tried, but there's no incentive to try. That's really the thing about content creating. Like, when you get into it, I think a lot of people get into it, they don't have quality control on themselves. Like, as somebody who's trying to get this other guy into it, like, sometimes he's like, it'll be fine that I cut out my sentence halfway through. I don't care. I was like, no, what are you talking about? But it's just,
Yeah,
the quality
I mean,
is so low that nobody cares.
I can think of like older folk, like I don't know, Jacksepticeye and like Markiplier.
Yeah.
They used to do weird shit with their channels back in the day. I remember like, man, Who Killed Markiplier was the thing. That was interesting.
Oh,
and then
really?
it was like a murder mystery kind of thing where you use the end screen to navigate to, it's like an interactive video game, but like a YouTube video series, but like
Nice.
high production shit.
Yeah.
But like even before, you had like weird lore shit with Jacksepticeye and like Antisepticeye or something. I used to watch them back in the day. Where, like,
yeah, Anthony Fantano, I remember. He has this alter ego called Cal who appears in the videos. And he talks kind of like this, right? And there's a whole saga in like 2015 about how Cal is dead and is from hell, and Anthony has to escape him by doing reviews. Like it was crazy. Yeah, and there's a lot of room for creativity. Jax Films is another person.
I mean, that thing
who does,
kind
like,
of became a meta on its own, like, the alter ego, evil alter ego, but still,
Yeah,
that-
the
the reason why it exists is because somebody decided to do something like that. But yeah,
And
that
I feel
shit
like,
doesn't happen anymore, unfortunately.
Okay, I feel like we've been a bit too like negative. I mean, it's I would say it's righteous anger, but there's still good things happening. I think.
Yeah, there
Gone
is.
in
I mean,
60
they're
Seconds
entertaining
was in like the
for
fast.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, Gone in 60 Seconds was like in
Yeah.
the last 3 years, and Gone in 60 Seconds, amazing. And apparently,
Yeah.
I look back then the AVGN, the OG, used to do like a series reviewing board games back in the day, Board James, that also had like a really crazy kind of meta ending. I feel like, as long as this kind of like, as long as the border between like a normal person and entertainment that is being blurred, that the internet has done over the years, there's gonna be people trying to there's gonna be people trying to break that mold, and I am still hopeful that
Yeah,
maybe one day
I'm
we could do
definitely
it.
hopeful, but like,
Yeah.
you know, seeing people like Ludwig and like
Yeah.
his circle basically be as popular as they are, and like, yeah, it's not fun seeing them. I mean, although I do
Today-
watch their videos.
Yeah. Today I haven't tapped back into trash states because I don't like torturing myself. But I saw the new episode with Chris Broad, and I was like, I'm gonna tap into it. And there's just a bunch of fucking 30-year-old businessmen talking about like, oh, I have a new book coming up. Oh, I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So it's not for me.
Oh man,
I'm much more
Capital
into
really
talking
does
about Hawk.
corrupt everything.
Yeah, yeah. I'm more into talking about Hawk Tuah with my friend here.
I mean, wait until
Alright.
we become a corporate collective, and then we
Yeah.
also start talking about our business ventures. But until
No,
then,
like yeah, no,
Yeah.
like 250 episodes in, I'll be like, oh, great, today I tried the new tequila, okay? Stuff like tequila
today
sunset,
my
baby.
toilet seat wasn't hot enough, so I'm having a bad day. So I'm gonna make fun of people on the internet today.
Exactly. I'm gonna pull up their like specific names and I'll look into their profiles and pick the
Yeah.
ugliest picture. I'm gonna berate them for an hour. That's gonna be purposes of the payoff. All right. God, it's actually scary because I mean I'm doing a new thing and there's a possibility that it actually might turn into that, considering that not everybody is based in their anti-capitalist.
I'm very
leanings,
based.
as
I
some
am the
people.
based.
Okay, I shouldn't have said that. No glazing from this point forward. Okay.
Okay.
One last thing. So we're starting the Picture of Dorian Gray next week. And
Yeah.
do you have a copy with you, a digital or physical one?
I had up until a few months ago, but no longer, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll just have to make do with a PDF.
Okay. I'm thinking. I don't have a specific chapter count right now, but I think there's like 19 chapters, so we can get to chapter 10. Hopefully. Let's see
Okay,
how long
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I
so
mean,
I'm gonna announce.
my autumn vacations are starting this Thursday, so I will have
Oh.
time to read.
So you have time. Yeah, I got a little bit into it, but not too much. I got to the "all art is quite useless" quote, which I was surprised to see it here, but okay. So I guess chapter 1 to 10 for Dorian Gray for the book club next week.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Purposes of the Pale.
Yeah.
A lot of tangents, but I think we had fun at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I've been curious, and
It was fun.
hopefully,
I've been great too.
Let me finish my thing, you piece of shit. No, hopefully videos out in the next few months.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
looking forward
and
to it.
who are you?
Who am I?
All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye bye.